The small town of Centralia, nestled in the heart of Pennsylvania, had always carried a chilling reputation. With its abandoned streets and dilapidated houses, it was a ghost town long before it became one in reality. The source of its terror, however, was not just its dwindling population but a dark secret buried deep beneath its surface. The tale begins on a dreary evening when a young journalist named Emily, driven by an insatiable curiosity for the macabre, decided to explore the eerie town of Centralia for a story that could make her career. Armed with a camera and a notepad, she embarked on a journey that would unravel the town's darkest mysteries. As Emily wandered through the silent streets, the air grew thick with an unspoken dread. The fading sunlight cast long shadows that seemed to dance among the abandoned houses. Windows, shattered and caked in grime, stared back at her like the hollow eyes of a forgotten civilization. She couldn't shake the feeling that something, or someone, was watching her every move. Guided by her journalistic instincts, Emily ventured toward the infamous Route 61, the eeriest stretch of road in the town. The asphalt seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy as she walked, each step echoing through the deserted landscape. Her breath hung in the air like a spectral mist as she approached the remnants of a once vibrant community. The story of Centralia, Emily discovered, was entwined with the coal mines that lay beneath its surface. Decades ago, a mine fire had ignited, burning relentlessly, its flames feeding on the coal seams like a demonic entity. Attempts to extinguish the fire had failed, and the underground inferno continued to devour the town from below. As Emily delved deeper into the town's history, she uncovered tales of mysterious disappearances and haunting apparitions. Locals spoke of unearthly whispers echoing through the empty streets and ghostly figures glimpsed in the shadows. Some claimed that the mine fire had awakened something malevolent, a force that lurked in the subterranean labyrinth. Undeterred by the ominous atmosphere, Emily decided to explore the abandoned mines, hoping to capture the truth on film. Armed with a flashlight and a sense of trepidation, she descended into the darkness beneath Centralia, the entrance yawning like the mouth of a hungry beast. The tunnels were a maze of shadows and silence, occasionally disrupted by the distant echoes of dripping water. Emily's footsteps reverberated, the sound amplified by the oppressive stillness. The air grew warmer as she descended deeper, and the walls seemed to close in around her. As she navigated the labyrinthine passages, Emily stumbled upon a chamber filled with decaying remnants of mining equipment. Among the rusted machinery, she noticed a series of cryptic symbols etched into the walls. They seemed to pulse with an otherworldly glow, casting an eerie light that danced across the surfaces. In the dim illumination, Emily sensed a presence, an unseen entity observing her every move. Whispers echoed through the chamber, unintelligible yet filled with a malevolent intent. Fear clutched at her heart as she pressed on, determined to unravel the mysteries hidden within the bowels of Centralia. Deeper still, the tunnels led her to a cavern where the mine fire raged unabated. The walls glowed with an unnatural heat, and the air was thick with acrid smoke. Emily's camera captured the inferno's dance, the flames flickering like the writhing tendrils of a demonic entity. It was then that she felt a cold hand brush against her shoulder, sending a shiver down her spine. She turned, her flashlight revealing a shadowy figure standing in the flickering light. Its features were obscured, and yet, Emily felt an overwhelming sense of malevolence emanating from the apparition. The figure beckoned her forward, its ethereal form weaving through the smoke and flames. Compelled by an unseen force, Emily followed, the oppressive heat giving way to an unnatural chill. The tunnels seemed to stretch endlessly, twisting and turning as the spectral guide led her deeper into the abyss. In the heart of the mine, Emily discovered a cavern bathed in an otherworldly glow. The walls pulsed with a dark energy, and in the center of the chamber, a swirling vortex seemed to defy the laws of nature. The apparition pointed toward the abyss, its voice a haunting whisper in the stillness. As Emily approached the vortex, she felt a profound connection to the dark force that dwelled within. Visions of Centralia's tragic past flashed before her eyes, revealing the anguish of those consumed by the mine fire. Faces contorted in pain and fear, their tormented souls forever trapped in the subterranean prison. In a trance-like state, Emily reached out to the vortex, her hand disappearing into the swirling darkness. The whispers grew louder, a chorus of lost souls pleading for release. The chamber trembled, and the boundaries between the living and the dead blurred into a nightmarish tapestry. With a sudden jolt, Emily was torn from the trance, the vortex collapsing in on itself. The apparition faded into the shadows, leaving her alone in the desolate cavern. The mine fire's roar echoed through the tunnels, a reminder of the malevolent force that lingered beneath Centralia. As Emily stumbled back through the tunnels, she felt a weight on her soul, a burden of knowledge that transcended the boundaries of the living. The horrors she had witnessed, the voices she had heard, they haunted her every waking moment. She emerged from the mine, the oppressive silence of Centralia echoing her internal turmoil. The once quiet town now felt like a graveyard of memories, each dilapidated building whispering the secrets of its tragic past. Emily returned to the surface, her camera filled with evidence of the supernatural forces that lurked within Centralia's depths. But as she looked back at the abandoned town, she couldn't shake the feeling that she had become a part of its haunted history. Years passed, and the tale of Emily's descent into the abyss beneath Centralia became a chilling legend. Locals spoke of a journalist who had glimpsed the darkness that dwelled within, forever bound to the ghost town by the secrets she had uncovered. Some claimed to hear her voice echoing through the abandoned streets, a spectral reminder of the price one pays for delving into the veins of desolation. And so, Centralia remained a town frozen in time, its streets haunted by the echoes of a past that refused to be forgotten. The mine fire continued to burn, its flames casting long shadows that danced among the abandoned houses. The chilling wind carried whispers of a journalist who had dared to unravel the town's darkest mysteries, now eternally entwined with the malevolent force that lurked beneath the surface. Years passed since Emily's harrowing journey into the depths of Centralia. The legend of the haunted journalist became a cautionary tale, dissuading the curious from venturing into the decaying heart of the town. Yet, as the tale grew colder, a new presence emerged, a paranormal investigator named Alex, drawn to Centralia by a fascination with the supernatural. Armed with an array of ghost-hunting equipment, Alex arrived in the deserted town, undeterred by its ominous reputation. The air hung heavy with the residue of Emily's encounter, a palpable tension that seemed to seep through the cracked pavement and dilapidated buildings. Undeterred, Alex set out to uncover the mysteries that lingered in the shadows. The sun dipped below the horizon as Alex explored the abandoned streets, the buildings casting long shadows that seemed to come alive in the fading light. Armed with a digital recorder, infrared cameras, and a sense of trepidation, Alex approached the entrance to the mine that had swallowed Emily's sanity. The mine's gaping maw loomed before Alex, a passage into the unknown. The air inside was thick with a stifling stillness, and the oppressive darkness seemed to resist the probing light of the investigator's flashlight. Unfazed, Alex delved into the abyss, footsteps echoing through the tunnels like a heartbeat. As Alex explored the labyrinthine passages, strange anomalies appeared on the infrared cameras, ethereal figures flickering at the edge of visibility, shadows that seemed to dance in response to an unseen melody. The digital recorder captured whispers, unintelligible voices that murmured secrets from beyond the veil. Guided by the phantom trail of Emily's journey, Alex found the chamber with the cryptic symbols etched into the walls. The symbols seemed to react to the investigator's presence, glowing with an otherworldly energy. A chill ran down Alex's spine as if the very walls were alive, responding to the intrusion. With a sense of foreboding, Alex pressed on, deeper into the mine's belly. The tunnel's twists and turns became a disorienting maze, and the investigator couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. The air grew colder, and unseen eyes seemed to follow every move, their gaze penetrating the veil between the living and the dead. In a cavern bathed in an eerie glow, Alex discovered the collapsed vortex, the remnants of Emily's encounter with the malevolent force. The chamber echoed with the whispers of lost souls, a chorus of sorrow that reverberated through the investigator's bones. Undeterred, Alex examined the surroundings, seeking answers in the remnants of the paranormal storm. As Alex studied the collapsed vortex, a sudden realization struck: the malevolent force that lurked beneath Centralia was not purely malevolent. It was a manifestation of the pain and suffering of those trapped in the fiery depths. The paranormal investigator sensed a tortured consciousness, a collective agony seeking redemption. Driven by a newfound understanding, Alex decided to confront the entity, armed not with fear but with empathy. The investigator spoke to the shadows, acknowledging the anguish of the trapped souls and offering a glimmer of hope. The chamber responded, the walls pulsating with a rhythmic energy that seemed to echo the heartbeat of the mine itself. As Alex delved deeper into conversation with the spectral force, a flicker of light appeared in the darkness, the apparition of Emily. Her presence lingered, a spectral echo of the journalist forever bound to Centralia. The investigator sensed a connection, a bridge between the living and the dead that held the key to unlocking the town's haunted history. With Emily's spectral guidance, Alex channeled the energy of redemption into the collapsed vortex. The walls trembled, and the air crackled with a supernatural force. The whispers transformed into a melodic hum, a symphony of release that echoed through the tunnels. The oppressive darkness lifted, replaced by a serene stillness. As the vortex reopened, the paranormal investigator felt a surge of cathartic energy. The lost souls, guided by the empathetic touch, ascended from the fiery depths, their anguished cries replaced by ethereal whispers of gratitude. The malevolent force that had haunted Centralia for decades transformed into a beacon of redemption, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. As Alex emerged from the mine, the town felt different, a weight lifted, an echo of redemption resonating through the abandoned streets. The once haunted buildings seemed to sigh with relief, and the wind carried whispers of gratitude from the departed. Centralia, once a desolate graveyard of memories, began to thaw from the icy grip of its haunted past. The legend of Centralia transformed from a tale of horror to one of redemption. Locals spoke of the paranormal investigator who had bridged the gap between the living and the dead, transforming the town's malevolent force into a source of solace. The once ghostly streets now echoed with the quiet footsteps of departed souls, free at last from the chains of the fiery abyss. And so, Centralia found a semblance of peace, its dark history transformed by the resilience of the human spirit and the redemptive power of understanding. The town, once condemned to a perpetual state of haunting, embraced a new narrative, one of healing, where echoes of redemption lingered in the shadows, a testament to the enduring capacity for compassion in the face of darkness.